we're back. We're still, we still have burns. Sick burn, bro. Alright. Escusi. Light, thank you. Oh wait, there's nothing in there. I forgot. Alright. I'm not fighting you. I'm gonna end up having to fight one of you guys anyway. I don't think there's anything to get by going down. Yeah, kid tells you to screw off anyway. Alright, but we can go get turn yellow from over here. I'm pretty sure it's turn yellow, right? Damn, he's good. Alright. Weird lighting effect on Surge's hair in the dark. It's kind of brighter than it feels like it should be. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna go get this chest. Or fight you first, whatever. Hi, Fury Boy. Hey, buddy. Well, Surge. What a start, buddy. Ah, come on. Okay, I was gonna say, man. What are you doing? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have Kid mess him up and then use Pilfer on the ones that are left. Start at 2 this time, and miss. Surge's hit percentage is already kind of good. I feel like maybe I should put the silver loop on Kid or something, but at the same time, like, the whole point of Surge is to hit. He's got better damage than anybody else. I'm gonna pilfer from you. Yeah. Nice swag, Kid. Another ivory helmet. Yeah, dude, do a +3 gravity blow to this guy. Some of the attacks in this game are brutal as hell. My favorite, like, base element attack, as far as, like, just, like, a base... highest level of, like, the basic element attacks is, Arrow Blaster. The green attack. It's just so cool looking. It's brutal. It's a big freaking wave of just loudness. It's pretty cool. And we gotta fight these guys now, too. Come on, dudes. I'm not telling you how I got in. Why don't you explain to me how your friend can chuck rocks so hard? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna do dash and slash to the sergeant. Yeah, it's fun deciding how you're gonna spread out your damage to not, like, waste attacks on things, right? Come on, kid. There you go. Alright, now we'll pilfer from the sergeant. So I'm pretty sure... Does he give me a Dragoon Gauntlet? Remember. It doesn't matter, I missed. I forget what he gives me. I don't think it's a Dragoon Gauntlet, actually. It's not a Pendragon Sigil, is it? I don't think so. Pendragon Sigil can be pretty fun. Depending. Alright, you're dead. I will say, I don't know why Guile has, like, a scowl at all times, because in the original it didn't look like he was scowling. It kind of looked like he was just kind of, not really expressionless, just like, I know how good I am, kind of thing. I don't know. That could just be me. Blow. Bum, 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 bam. We get a lot of tablets from these guys too, which is nice. Something blocking the way. Yep. Alright, let's fail this real quick. Darn it. Gee, I wonder. 2. And 2. What else? So, I don't know, like, it's super random what those left to right numbers can be. I've never had it happen before, but I wonder if you can actually get it right on the first try. Super doubtful. Dragoons are a bunch of dagnuts. Chicken. Don't be taken in by her fast talk. Bring it on, chums. Alright, let's go. Yeah, the Dragoon privates are definitely, like every other, regular grunt in, like, every game, RPG, what you name it, they're flaky. Like, think of Imperial soldiers from FF6. Think of stormtroopers, you know. They're just, kind of dumb. I guess that's why they're just privates, huh? I will say that's a little weird how it doesn't, like, make you run up immediately to them when you were attacking after the fact. There's a little stutteriness there when it goes back to your main attack menu first, instead of, like, just, like, bring you right back to standing in front of them immediately. I'm gonna do an Electro Jolt to you just for the fun of it, because it'll kill you either way. Actually, you're yellow and 8, it might not. Nah, it didn't. Okay, well, I'll just stab you once, probably, and you'll be dead. Bink! Yep. Bang if you're a cat. Another photon ray out of that, too. Alright. So, down here, and in a lot of places in here, you'll see a chest like this. And it'll stand up and want to fight you. Now, we might get to show off a trick here. Unless I guess right on the first time. If I don't guess right on the first try, I'll get to show you a super secret ultimate technique for this fight. Well, which of us do you choose? You only have one chance. Usually I try by attacking the opposite of the one that was on the field map first, so the small one, because we saw a big one. Nope, we messed up. So, unless they fixed it, which I'll be really mad if they did, we can run away. And try again. Yeah, so now we'll attack the big one. So, if you are ever worried that you're going to miss out on one of these treasures, you can always run away and try again. They say you only have one chance, but that is not true. So now we attack the big one. Thank you. And this makes you win the battle automatically and just get the item that they had. Arrow saucer. What's up, buddy? Yes, you are. Can't get anywhere down here. first way you want to go is this way. Do not walk in the middle of the room. I'll show you why. Everywhere in the middle of these hallways are these little lantern dudes. And if you find yourself accidentally walking down the middle, you will fight them a lot. Oh, hey, wow. Okay, so, and the graphics are good enough, I can tell there's a little dude inside of that thing. Never could tell that before, actually. Like, being totally real with you, I never knew there was a little guy inside of the Will-O-Wisp lantern. I always thought it was just a glowing orb. Cool, so that's nice. I'll be looking for that when I play this game casually off the channel again on my CRT. Yeah, you know, I complain about how, like, the technology has kind of gone out of hand so far that, like, HD, it, like, rules the world and stuff, and I love my CRT, but I probably would not have had a CRT good enough to ever tell that there was a dude in there. So we're actually, you know, getting to see how the developers intended it to look a little bit. I also never, you know, actually, you know, on a CRT, if I used the dynamic camera more, I probably would have been able to tell there was a guy in there. But I tend to not use the dynamic camera, like, ever. I'll show you what the dynamic camera is in a minute. Hey, antitoxinal cap, that's pretty nice. Well, since Guile seems to be pretty dang susceptible to getting poisoned and burned and shit, we're just gonna give it to him. Alright, what's up, Glenn? It's blank to the right and blank to the left. Got that? Better write this down before I forget. Fury, don't move my mouse. I know you're a cat, but don't. Code for the trapdoor changes every week, and random numbers won't work. Okay, Dragoon's Honor. Give. So the Dragoon weapons, or the Dragoon accessories, if you just load up Surge or someone like Glenn with these things, they become beastly. Like, you get, I think you only get a few Dragoon's Honors, and you get a bunch of Dragoon Gauntlets, and they all increase attack, and it's just way worth it. Also, wish I had chosen something easier. Can't find the time to investigate. It's nothing. So, this is a character we'll be talking about later. What's up, Orcha? Right. So yeah, don't forget the dishwasher. Do. Younger brother of Dario, one of the 4 Dragoon Divas. Yes, I know. So we've got 3 to the right, 8 to the left. 38. Since that guest from Poor came, the general has been acting strange. If only I could consult my brother about this. Well, too bad he's dead, buddy. I'm sorry. Why don't you ask Karsh why that is? 3 years since Dario's death. Mr. Earl has been heavy-hearted since, and it feels as though all the life has gone out of the manor. General Viper doesn't show up, but I'm sure he, too, is suffering inside. Oh yeah, this is an important NPC, by the way. Always mumbling and dreaming away. In the machinery outside, Miss Lucia has taken broken parts from Fort Dragonia and is using them to remodel that thing. There is our revive, the first and only one we'll get for a little while. And it is a good idea to throw it on immediately when you get it. Luckily, it's a level 1. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save. It's fast as hell anyway. Bang. That's so nice. I know I keep saying it, but it really is. So we can actually go up here and check at least one door, pretty sure. This is where Harl is. Harley, however you want to say it. Turn black, and another one of these dudes. Let's go for the little one first this time. Again. First try. What you got? Pretty sure this is like an electro jolt or something. Am I wrong? Ice Lance. I knew it was some level of that. Please shut up. Sorry, Harl. Go back to sleep. This, I think, is locked, actually. Yeah, it's locked. So you see that eyeball? If you try to open the door while the eyeball is moving around, you enter a fight. So, not worth it if you can avoid it. So what we want to do is go this way. This is the treasure vault. Must have special permission to enter. Hey, what's with you guys? Say the password. Correct, the password is silence. You may enter. Bang. I know my passwords. By the way, that Dragoon's Honor that we found is the item that Guile has to bring back to show the fortune teller. It was in the dining hall. Little one again. Yeah. Thanks, little guy. Bum, 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 bang. Another ice lance. All right. Yeah, she's looking for the frozen flame, of course. Let's just take what's here. Yes, ma'am. All right. Prop sword we don't really need, but well, oh, it's a copper sword. Never mind. Forgot the prop sword is later. Copper mail is nice. That's better than a copper vest. I think that, yeah, we want it on Kid. Bang. Hero's Shield, which will come into play very shortly. That is actually a special item. Wait, no. I'm thinking of the decorative shield, which is soon. Hero's Shield. Weird. This is a boss. Well, an enemy. He can mess with you if you're not careful. Hero's Shield can be equipped by Pierre, who we do not have, sadly. Yeah, Potty can be a pain if you're not careful. He can definitely do some damage. Yeah. We'll be fine, though. Dash and slash the bitch. We'll try and pilfer from it. Kid is one of only, I believe, 2. I think it's only 2 people that can pilfer from enemies. If there's another one, I'm not sure. Capsule. Come on, Guile. You're the worst, dude. Yeah, this is canonically the team that goes through Viper Manor in the other dimension of Radical Dreamers. Because Guile is supposed to be Miguel from Radical Dreamers, and Miguel from Radical Dreamers is supposed to be someone else you might recognize. Meteorite +1, we'll see you later, buddy. Easy. Fury. Words cannot express how much I love you. They really can't. But I do not like getting claws dug into my kneecaps. That's something that is a deal breaker for me, my boy. Yeah. Really? Alright, go get on your chair. You asshole. He's like, you don't stop talking to me. Talk to the paw. Turn red. Alright. There's nothing else in here that I remember. Except for the pendant. Which actually is a piece of equipment. And is pretty good too. Grab it. Leave it alone. Nope. This happens no matter what you do there. Told you. Oh. Hi, Lucia. Your profile picture looks better too. You don't look like you're sneering anymore, though. Which I guess is okay. I see that you are not really dragoons. Actually, we're just, well, no matter. Come out. Who are you? Why are you helping us? Oh, who said anything about helping? I am the scientific genius of Viper Manor. Please call me Lucia. You will all be my guinea pigs. Finish them. Finish them! Bulbs! These guys are annoying too. They can be anyway. Especially later iterations of them can be really annoying. Especially when they hit me and when I'm in the middle of fighting one. Bruh. I don't remember if the game counts these as a boss or not. I don't know if you get a star level up from fighting these guys. I don't think so. Weed. Legalize it. Word. Thank you, Chrono Cross. Wow. Yeah, have a gravity blow, buddy. He shouldn't last through this round, but he might get another attack. Yeah, he gets another attack. And of course he attacks the one who's aiming. Super annoying, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna meteorite you. Bam. Done. Oh, it does count it as a boss. That's right. Neato. tablet too. Or a saucer and eagle eye. Yay. Wonderful. You have exceeded my expectations by defeating my bulbs. Now please leave. I love Lucia, dude. We gotta let Pip out of here. My dream is to sail the vast sea someday on a big, huge ship. Would you mind opening this cage quietly? Open it. Thanks, I'll make my escape later. Till we meet again. So, Pip has some interesting things about him. You can evolve him into different things. Different, element, innates and stuff like that. We're not going to do that in this playthrough because it's super annoying and grindy, so I don't feel like doing it. But we'll get him later. See, she'll explain it. Oh, Pip, it is an evolving monster. It will change its form as it battles. It's too early to test it out, so I have it caged. Do not free it, please. We're just gonna go. Wait, nah. I'm extremely interested in all of you. I cannot leave right now, but come by when you need my help. I am willing to help you. Oh, I'll be waiting. All right, will do. Thanks, Lucia. Okay, so, first of all, we got a silver pendant, which raises magic defense. Which we should probably... Let's see, what's our next boss? Should be Marcy, who's a blue and 8. Yeah, we should put that on Kid. For sure on Kid. Okay, so, this room, copper helmet, which that should go on you. Bam. So yeah, there is a decorative shield over here, and this fight coming out is fun. Take it. So there are two different ways that you can use the decorative shield. If I'm not mistaken, right? You can use it here, which is fine. Or you can use it later, which is also fine. But we're going to use it here. You can either fight a man-at-arms. Well, not a man-at-arms. It'd be a man-of-war, right? I forget which one. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We can't do that yet. So, yeah, this is a man-of-war with a bunch of man-at-arms, right? Am I right? Or is it the other way around? The one without the shield is a man-at-arms. Yeah. Okay. Oh, these are all ladies except for him. I never knew that. Surge. Dude. What is your deal with your hit percentage, man? You got the silver loop on and everything. Basically, the only reason that you want to fight these things... I mean, there's some reason outside of this, I guess, but really in the long term, it's to get... like, when you come back here with, like, a New Game Plus with a Forget-Me-Not pot, you can get them as doppelgangers, which I haven't really explained yet because we haven't gotten that far. But, yeah. These are worth... I mean, if you want to fill out your doppelganger list, which I tend to want to. Hell Soul, nice. Instant kill that we never really get to use too often. Let's see if he can hit everybody with his 3rd level attack. We're going to get Black Rain first, which actually can hurt. Oh yeah. You're gonna mess with this. You hit everything with it. Wow, good job, Kyle. Proud of you. We're gonna get rid of this man-at-arms because Black Rain hurts. I'm good on that shit. He's not done yet. Sorry, just refilling my drink here. Nice. Okay. That is what I wanted. Nice. Alright. That was optimal use of stamina for two-tone here. And bang. Should kill him. Yeah, alright, we're down to just a couple left. Fire pillar on the one that's still at full HP. Yeah, and that is why you want to like maximize how you use your turns. Spread out your damage so that you know, do more damage to something with higher HP, so that the next person can potentially just kill the one that you were hitting before. Of course, that's not happening because Guile can't hit jack shit. Bang. Now I should just have to stab him once. Nope, twice. Alright. So that's a fun little fight there. And we'll use consumables too if needed here. Okay, just needed the heals. And we got a bunch of capsules too. Pretty nice. Alright, I don't want to fight these things. So we're just going to peace out. There's nothing else to get in here anyway. Not until later when pushing that statue in actually means something. 38 was our number, right? Yeah. Trying to remember. Alright. Oh yeah. Hi, kitty. What's up, Zoa? Yeah, you can't open this. So, Zoa. We can get some exposition in here. Who are you? Ha! I am Zoa. He bellows at you. I never could tell if it was like him actually yelling as a dude, or if it's because he wears a helmet and it echoes really hard. I am Zoa, one of the 4 valiant devas of the Acacia Dragoons. Where are the 4 devas? I say 4, but actually there are only 3 of us. Karsh next door, Marcy in the library, and I. Our leader, Dario, died in an accident 3 years ago. Tell me about Dario. He wielded the holy sword Einlanzer, which floated above his father's grave, unexplained, like Photoshop, and was a trusted confidant of General Viper. He was engaged to the General's daughter, Miss Riddle, and was next in line to become the head of the Viper clan. However, he died an honorable death during his mission to the Isle of the Damned 3 years ago. You don't know that it was an honorable death, Zoa. You weren't there, and you don't know what happened. Karsh was on that same mission, but refuses to say much about it. Dario and Karsh were childhood friends, always competing with one another. Dario's death happened soon after he was engaged to Miss Riddle. Many rumors have surfaced regarding his death. And that's it. So, he tells you right here. Only I can open that. That one, yes, you cannot get right now. But persistence on this, in this case. First of all, let's talk to him. Yeah, what do you want? What's up, Karsh? Who are you? What? You don't know who I am? What are you, rookies? Well, listen up and don't forget. I'm one of the 4 devas of the Acacia Dragoons who are headed by General Viper. The name's Karsh. Who's two-tone? Oh, you mean Junior. I had orders to bring in the ghost of that boy who died 10 years ago, but we had unexpected company and he got away. He seemed way too human to be a ghost, though. I don't know what that guest from Poor wants with him. General Viper. General is the head of the Viper clan who have governed these islands for generations. But that's not all. When he was ordered to take up a new post on the main continent, he made quite an impact as the leader of the Acacia Dragoons and was promoted to general. By the way, the main continent is Xenon. He has retired from the army since then and currently lives as the Lord of El Nido. Viper Manor. This manor was built by the general's ancestors 100 years ago. when people first began colonizing the Alnido archipelago. Treat the place with respect. Will do, buddy. Frozen Flame. That's a top priority classified secret. Its existence has been rumored in the northern countries for generations. Northern countries. Xenon. Legends say it can guide the development of life and even alter history. It can. We have no idea if that's true just yet, though. Alright. Let's go. Yo, don't open that. I said don't. You're a pesky one, aren't you? Cut it out. Still at it? Must be really bored. 7 times. Alright. He's just gonna keep repeating this for a while. Sit back, enjoy. I love trolling Karsh. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Fine. If you want it that badly, take it. There's our Dragoon Gauntlet. You just gotta be persistent. He'll get over it. Alright, so we should probably just throw the Dragoon Gauntlet on Kid so she does a little bit more damage attacking. And not load it all up on Surge since he's got a silver loop for accuracy. And real quick, I'm gonna go use the restroom because I gotta pee. Be right back. Alright, back at it. Hey, we do have some ointment. Cool. There you go, Guile. About time. He's like, oh my god. I've been burning this whole time. He's just running around the whole friggin' manor on fire. Alright, 38, yeah. 3? Oops. What a dumbass. That's alright, I wanted to save anyway. Because we're about to get a mini-boss and then some exposition. Oh, wait, wrong frickin' door tone. Nice one. Yeah, I really don't trust the autosave function. In, like, any game that has an autosave, I really don't trust it. I hard save everywhere. I don't think you can actually swing in here anymore from the other side, can you? Actually, wait, I think Lucia lets you back out after you do it again. Like, that's twice now, really? No, we actually have to go through. I think we can fight this. We just saved. Let's try. It's a Cybot. They're kind of rough, but it can be done. This is like a Fort Dragonia enemy, which isn't too far off from here. We should be able to do it. Usually I don't have to do it because I don't mess up going into the freaking door, dude. I accidentally hit X again on 0. Wow, I didn't even get to level 3. Dang you, kid. Yeah, if he does the attack where he takes his arm off, that's gonna hurt. 121. Okay, not too bad. He's getting low, though. There we go. Alright. So, 38 and don't hit the button too fast. How about that shit? That ought to do it. Bang. Alright. So yeah, our next fight should be against Marcy, who is a blue and 8. She's got some cool attacks, but she's kind of annoying. Like, character-wise. And we get to hear, Balthazar pretend he's Gaspar. How about that? Can we get in here yet? I don't think it's now. I think it's not till later. Nope. Not yet. Howdy, Marcy. So, like, what are you doing here? Dragoons aren't allowed up here, you know. We're not really dragoons. What are you talking about? So, like, what's your point? Shut up. What is it, Marcy? Is someone there? Some weirdos. Marcy, lower the ladder, please. Alright. Yeah, the way she fights is actually kind of neat, but she's also a butthead. Must not be one of our dragoons. Yeah, we already said that, Balthazar. I know your mind's going, but you must be, yes, you must be two-tone. My, how you have grown. Like, can I kill him yet? Patience, child, patience. I need to have a word with these people. Who are you? And how do you know two-tone? How do I explain? I guess you could say I'm the prophet of time. Yeah, right. I swear, somewhere Gaspar is like, what the, are you serious? The world is not just a single entity. Another world similar to our own exists in another dimension. There you will find what you might have become. A world of possibilities that might have existed. A whole history that has not been written yet. This is kind of important. It is out there somewhere. Of course, he's definitely, like, a little off on what he's talking about. We're simply unable to see, feel, or experience it. This world is not the world you grew up in. 10 years ago, something happened that put your very soul teetering on the balancing scales of fate. With a 50-50 chance of life or death. This is when your future was split in twain. In your homeworld, you survived to live a happy and prosperous life. That is how you made it to the present point in time. However, here in this alternate world, you are, in fact, dead and buried. It used to say very dead and buried. I don't know, I guess that's redundant, but you died 10 years ago, but this world's timeline has flowed on regardless. You have no place in this world. Here you are but a ghost brought back from the past. I do not know what happened 10 years ago. Yes, you do, you big fat liar. Nor can I guess what triggered your entrance into this world. Yes, you can, you big fat liar. The locations where such divisions in space-time continue to occur are called Angelus Arar, where angels lose their way. It is said that there, the borders of two dimensions fluctuate in such a way as to make the passage between the parallel realities a possibility. Perhaps in this world, you are the missing piece from a giant puzzle. And maybe, just maybe, the vacuum created by your non-existence here has drawn you across the border between the dimensions to fill the void in that puzzle. Of course, no one can say for sure. Shut up, Balthazar. You know way more than you let on, you butthole. However, it appears as though these two worlds are connected by some unknown force. Depending on the locations, the two worlds influence each other in strange ways. I'm quite certain there's a wormhole that connects the two parallel worlds. For your information, if you press start while in the world... Thanks. Balthazar, thanks. The menu window will appear that allows you to display which world you are in. Your home world or another world. Select on to display this. Back when they did this shit in video games, man, where they had the characters explain, like, how to use stuff, like, breaking the fourth wall. I guess it makes sense for Balthazar since he's, like, understands everything that's going on, really. If what you say is true and this world is an alternate reality, then why the bloody hell did Two-Tone die? The reason has to be something that happened 10 years ago. You can only find out by moving on. No way I'm gonna let you. Shut up, you little brat. Can I? I guess it cannot be helped. This may be fate in itself. We ain't here to play jacks. I advise you not to take Marcy lightly. This child is one of the 4 Devas, the highest rank of the Acacia Dragoons. What? This little brat? Hee, too late now. Say bye-bye. Alright. Like I said, she has some cool attacks, and the way she fights is cool. But, yeah, she sucks. And the whole time she yells about how much she hates you. Take this. Oh wait, that's later. That's when you fight her later, when she's like, I abhor you. Yeah, Kid's the one who's going to be doing the most damage in this fight. We're going to steal from her, though. Damn. Another silver loop. More accuracy. Come on, Guile. You're so bad sometimes. If you want to get technical, I guess the best character that you can get out of the 3 pass is probably Pierre. I mean, he doesn't do much damage, but his accuracy is better than Guile's, and I mean, he's just all around somewhat better than Guile and Nikki. Nikki's probably the worst. Here comes Cat's Cradle. Okay, this is cool. That really hurts Kid, because she is red and 8, and that is a blue element. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal her. Yeah, Marcy's personality is easier to take later, but right now she can bite it. And that does it. And Ice Blast, and Kid, and probably dead. I'm gonna have to revive her. Nope, she's good. She's just frozen. Oh, nope, she's dead. Yeah, definitely gonna revive her. Hit you once and hopefully you won't die. Okay, good. Defend. Let you hit him, and we'll revive. Double Ice Blast is spooky. Alright, let's go, Kid. Finish her off. Fire Pillar time. And we got an Ice Blast. Not over yet. I'll get you next time. See ya. Ho ho ho, I did not think you would be able to defeat Marcy. Very well, I shall advise you to your next step. There are 8 pillars in the main hall. Behind the second to last pillar on the left is a button to release the platform. Dragoons are not allowed up there, so it is best that you go up as you are. Beware, however, there is a much stronger being you will encounter. I am not afraid of him. Never have been, never will be. Can I go down there now? I think you can right now. No, you cannot. It is in the next time you come here. Unless I can leave, walk back in, and then I can. I don't remember. I don't think so, though. Plus Balthazar's back there now. I can't get in there. But I do need to go upstairs. Good lord. And get that chest that's up there. Turn white. Okay, so here's the thing. We need to remove from Kid the silver pendant. We'll give her the silver loop instead. We need to put the silver pendant on good ol' two-tone here. Because, yeah. The next thing we fight is going to be black innate, and two-tone is white innate, so it's going to hurt him a whole lot. And, yeah, we can't equip it yet. I don't think he can do it anyway, but, yeah. Free fall trap could technically be used against the next fight. And we've got more spaces, which is good because we have more white stuff. Let's see. What else should I give you? Have a magma bomb. And another heal. Actually, heal +1 and a meteorite +2. That's pretty good. Magma bomb as well. Double magma bombs. But we'll give you a heal magma bomb. Ice blast wouldn't be too bad either. Arrow saucer -1. Let's do that. You still got nothing. You can equip a Hell Soul though, because it's black. It will never work on anything, but it is there. Now we'll keep you with the Ice Lance. Screw it. Okay. So, Viper Manor is almost done with. Not an incredibly long dungeon if you know exactly what you're doing. We still got a little ways to go, though. Hey, Harl. You either love her or you hate her, and I love Harl. You are even more sexy than I thought. This vulgar one must be Kid. You disgust moi. What'd you say? You're gonna insult someone, you should at least speak proper English. Sorry, I'm not good at it in an Australian accent, so... Or a French one. I'm the right-hand Harley Quinn to Monsieur Lynx. Two tones this femme. If you lie down with dogs, you will surely catch fleas, no? I think you could do much better if you gave her up. Actually, I suggest you all turn back. You should not defy him. Oi, what's your problem? Please, mon tout. Mon tout. I've had it up to here with you. Having a serious conversation with two-tone. Why don't you mind your own business? Right, put up your dukes. I'm gonna kick your arse so hard you'll kiss the moons. He was the only one who's going to have her derriere kicked. Alas, I cannot be caught fighting you here. Imagine the trouble I would get into. Au revoir, mon tout-tone. See you again. Bye, Harl. Please dream of moi. Will do. Jeez, what's her problem? Oh, nothing. Oh, fucking course. I forgot these things were here too. Damn it. Oh, right, that reminds me. I guess I'll show the dynamic camera. So, dynamic camera you do by hitting triangle. It zooms in on the enemy and just kind of shows you them. And when you attack them, it goes all crazy, whooshy whooshy. Kind of cool. Bunch of different angles instead of the same one every time. Kia. Let's go. Four dragoons, dude. Oh, we're still in dynamic mode. There we go. This is better. Alright, clean up duty there, kid. Clink. Alright, we're gonna pill for you. Get some more copper. Or ivory helmets. I think I mixed it up with a different enemy. Bang. That's great coat. Dude, best thing I ever did was purchasing a mini fridge, I swear. For not having to run to different parts of the house just to get something cold. I dropped my controller. Come here, you. There we go, guys. Wouldn't be one of my playthroughs if I didn't drop the controller at least once. Alright. Holy crap, that was a lot of tablets. What? Oh, I hit the time shifter for slow-mo. That's so weird that they give you the time shifter at the beginning of the frickin' game. That's supposed to be something you get as a reward for beating New Game Plus, along with the time egg. Or for beating, for starting a New Game Plus, for beating the game. Is you get a time shifter and the time egg and the relief charm. Now that's something I wouldn't have had a huge problem with, is that if they started you with the relief charm, that would have been cool. What that does is, even though like Surge has to be present for a lot of the story moments of the game, the relief charm lets you replace him in battle with a different character, which is really cool, because then you don't have to just use Surge all the time on your team no matter what. So yeah, relief charm's neat. So we just saved. We cannot get into Lady Riddle's room. I think we can go out here right now, but I don't think there's anything to get. I don't remember there being a chest up top at this point. I think it's later. Yeah, I think it's later. Yeah, there's a chest up here. It's either here, later, or it's in the other world. Alright, here we go. Wait, could this be? It ain't the frozen flame. No, it's something kind of scarier, or maybe scary in a different way. See any other booty here either? I guess I better ask the general directly then. What is it you wish to ask me? My compliments on getting past my security. I like his new profile picture. Now, may I ask you who in heaven's name you are? You're General Viper. Don't feign ignorance on me now. If you know, you know. Why did you send your dragoons to get me mate two-tone here? Two-tone? My dragoons? I'm afraid, my dear, I haven't the foggiest idea what you were talking about. General, I believe these vermin are here to see me. Well, Lynx's profile picture's okay, too. Well, it seems you've saved me the trouble of finding you. Lynx? Young girl, are you? What's the matter, cat got your tongue? Finally caught you by the tail now, Lynx. Come for two things, the frozen flame and your life, you murderer. Ah, you must be Kid. Member of the fearsome band of thieves known as the Radical Dreamers, correct? Radical Dreamers? This young lady? Precisely. Don't let her innocent looks fool you, General. She is quite ferocious. Ah, ferocious? My arse. After what you've done... Hate to disappoint you, but the frozen flame is not here. The jewel lies hidden in the Sea of Eden, the place where past and future collide. Yeah. My favorite part of the game. The Dead Sea. Alright then, it looks like I'll have to put that part off till later. In the meantime, I'll settle my score with you, Lynx. Prepare to meet your maker. Alright. He can gravity blow us, and it can hurt. I don't remember if he does feral cats in this fight, or if it's just glide hook. But yeah. Two-Tone's gonna be the one doing the damage in this fight. I'll just go ahead and plus 2 meteorite you, I don't care. And I knew you would do that, and that's okay. That will go away eventually. I got a pilfer from you because you have a Pendragon sigil for me. If I remember correctly. No, you have a magic ring. That's even better. Yeah. We take those. Good job, kid. If I would have missed that pilfer, I would have reset. To try and get it. Well, yeah, her attacks are not going to be very good anymore. Heal -1 because he missed so much. That's fine. Two-Tone doesn't really have to worry about using elements because just his attacks are really, really good against Lynx because they're white element. He can't use white attacks. He can use Magma Bomb and Fireball, but I don't think it's worth it. I think just attacking with the level 1 is worth it. And Kid's attacks aren't going to do crap for damage right now because of the Imbecile. Aha, you missed too. I think Fire Pillar will do more because there's red on the field and she's a red innate. Rather than doing Ice Blast, even though it's a stronger attack. 47, not bad. Alright, Guile. You want to actually hit him a couple of times? Nice. I'm gonna Wanda in him. Bang. I think we get the Pendragon Sigil from beating Viper later, if I'm not mistaken. Hellbound. Is it gonna hit? Is it gonna hit though? Is it gonna hit? Okay. It didn't instant kill her. Hellbound and Hellsoul both do that, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember what... I guess the black status effect she has is the lower accuracy thing right now, right? No, it's not. I wonder what black effect she has going on right now. I can check. Cursed. Okay. I forget what curse does, actually. The stats and the effects in this game, only a few of them really matter. Like, flu and poison to an extent as well. Sprain just because of annoyance. And whatever the no accuracy, black, status effect is, that the big Johnny clone does to you in the Dead Sea. Oh yeah, we do get a Pendragon Sigil. Oh, Lesser Pendragon Sigil. I guess that's the new name they're doing. Instead of Pendragon Sigil C, that should be C. That can be a fun item to use. Basically what that does is whatever element you receive done to you, it makes your innate element, it makes your weapon that element. So it's pretty cool, especially later when you get rainbow equipment, because it just works, like, thematically. Bugger, it was just a shadow. Did you think I would be stupid enough to pick a fight with a rabid dog? Why, just a shadow of mine is enough to deal with the likes of you. Now, Two-Tone, what do you desire from this world? Do you wish to live again? Do you want to erase your demise from the pages of history? What's wrong, Two-Tone? Cool foreshadowing here. Chronopolis. That's all Balthazar's fault. And that's all Lavos' fault. Listen to me, the end of the human world is nigh. When this time comes, Two-Tone, there shall be a deep enmity between you and the world. This is not speculation or prediction, this is history. Bugger, this doesn't look good. You cannot escape. There's something I want to ask you. Daddy, about that voyage I've been planning. Up, up, up. Bad timing, Riddle. Bang. Don't move a whisker if you want the girl to live. Goodness gracious, who are you? My darling Riddle. Why, you dirty. Shut up, old-timer. Our lives are at stake here. There ain't nothing dirty about saving your own skin. Stay calm and quiet, and I won't hurt you, okay? I just need you to come with us till we reach a safer place. You alright, Two-Tone? Come on, let's bust out of here. Peace. Don't be foolish. Do you really think you can escape? Blocked in. You fiend! Take your dirty hands off Lady Riddle. Yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. As if. What do you take me for, a bloody idiot? I like the new... Originally, she's like, okay, yeah, sure, fine, okay. Yeah, right. 3 bags full, sir. Nice, I like that. They have to be a little scared of the fact that that dude was floating up the stairs. You would think. We have you now, you vermin. There's no way out of here. Bloody hell. Let's work out a deal. Release my daughter and I shall let you walk away. How about it? Yeah, right, as if we can trust you. Are you willing to jump to your death? Get out. Wow, it doesn't look like they updated the models for that scene. I just noticed. You'll be fine, kid. What do you live for? What are you willing to die for? Waiting for you, Two-Tone. Waiting a long, long time for you. Come to me, Two-Tone, the assassin of time, the Chrono Trigger. Oh. Never! Peace! Save elements, allocate, give me all your stuff there, kid. Thank you. I know what this is all about. Oh, I love Matcha, dude. See, this is the messed up part. As crappy as Korcha is, his family is awesome. Finally awake? If you're looking for your friends, they're outside. Matcha is awesome. Did you get a good night's rest? You can go outside through that door. Go say hi to your friends. Wait, Two-Tone, you finally woke up, eh? Give your thanks to Korcha. He's the one that saved us after we fell off the cliff. Ah, he can bite me. Jeez, you're such a wuss. How could you get knocked out from such a short fall? As for me, a little graze like this ain't gonna knock me down. To the clinic. And you can actually tell what the nurse is now. She's kind of like a bear demi-human. That's cool. It seems the patient has been poisoned with hydra venom. I would say the most she has to live is about 2 days. If we had some hydra humor, we would be able to neutralize the poison. Doc, if we find this hydra humor, we can save this girl? That's impossible now. Hydras are now extinct on El Nido. What do you mean extinct? What's going on? Hydras are very rare and valuable creatures. Blood, bones, meat, every part is valuable. It's considered to be a panacea for various illnesses. That is the reason hydras were hunted to extinction in El Nido. As a result, a whole species has been made extinct, and all just to make a quick fortune. There's no way to find this humor? If we could cross the sea to the mainland, there might be a chance, right? To Xenon? That's not possible. The currents of El Nido are extremely dangerous this time of year. It would be futile to try to cross the sea unless you were on a large vessel. Even if you manage to get there, your chances of finding hydra humor are bleak. We do not have much time. Doctor? Hey Doc, where are you going? Nothing's been resolved yet. Excuse me, I need to be alone for a while. Doc's cool. I like Doc. Two-Tone, what are we going to do? Kid is going to die if we leave her like this. This is some kind of joke? Wait right here, I'll go get the doctor back. Who the hell are you? What's this? No apologies for bumping into moi? Oh la la, don't you know any manners? Down for the count, eh? Just as I taught. We just leave her be. Who are you and what's with that strange costume? Shut up! I have no business with no chicken hawk. Damn straight. Having a conversation with Two-Tone. You're bothering Ma, so keep your mouth shut. Cut you any slack just because you're a girl. Try if you dare. I'm not so weak as to be caught by a chicken hawk. Zing. Zing. Such a simpleton. It's so much fun playing jokes on you. I was only here to see how she was doing, but I had fun while I was at it. So long, Two-Tone. Au revoir. Au revoir. Oh, she's a loon. What's her deal? I just don't get it. You don't get much, Korcha. All your friends like that? No. Talk to her. Doo-doo-doo. And I'll leave this with you. It's my favorite amulet. Brilliant. Remember what the prophet said, Two-Tone. Where did it all start? Where do angels lose their way? Try to remember, Two-Tone. Feeling a bit tired. I'm gonna rest up for a while. So this is the big turning point of your first real choice. And it's just really cool how they give you this choice. Instead of just like the game saying, hey, this is what you are supposed to do, so do this. It's really gives you the freedom. You heard what the doc said. There are no more hydras in this world. On top of that, there's no way to get to the mainland, and El Nido isn't that small a place. Are you gonna take a 1 in a million chance to search for this thing just to save a girl you barely even know? I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. She's your partner, ain't she? Aren't you gonna do anything? You just said I barely know her. Shut your stupid mouth. Don't be freaking trying to virtue signal. There's nothing we can do. Hold it right there. You got no right to keep that girl's amulet. Leave that thing here. You know what? Fine, dude. Shut up. Have it. Disgusting. It's turning out to be a bad day. So, you can either choose to go ahead and, you know, try to save her, which you get to keep the astral amulet in that situation, and you're able to teleport back to your dimension and go get Hydra Humor. Or you can do what I just did and say you don't know what to do and there's nothing we can do, and see the other path. Won't give up hope. We will do our best to save her. So now we get to run around good old Marbule. Or I'm sorry, not Marbule, Guldov. And this has some really chill music. We can't forge anything but copper stuff at the moment. Scusi. And we get to see a character that, if I had to choose my favorite female character in this game, Orla would be it. She's just too hype. And I wish that she was in a fighting game. I would play her. Living bound by the past is a very painful thing. You need to face reality head on. Running away isn't a sin, but it accomplishes nothing. But one thing is different from the past. You have the ability to heal. Everyone in the village recognizes that. Don't suffer by yourself. If you give up now, you will never be freed from your past. Now go. Don't let it end without doing something first. I've done them a discourtesy. I'm a failure as a doctor, but I must do what I can. Thanks, Orla. It almost seems like they picked and chose what characters picked and chose what characters they wanted to give like a complete overhaul of their status portrait, because Orla is very different from her original status portrait. They could have done with her what they did with Doc and just like updated it to be a little more fleshed out, but they like totally changed. Like, she's looking right at the camera now, and yeah. Crazy. I think they chose certain ones they wanted to change drastically. I need to borrow your boat. Lend you my boat? No way, why should I lend you my boat? Sorry, pal, go find someone else. Hold it right there. Yeah, you listen to your mom. She's way cooler than you are. Why are you here? You said you were going shopping. Don't just start arguing with me. Aren't you gonna help your friends when they need you? Thought you were acting strange when you came home, but I don't remember raising my son to be so inconsiderate. Leave me alone. These guys ain't no friends of mine. It's none of your business anyhow, Ma. Why should I lend my boat to guys who abandon their own partners? Hey, wait a second. After overhearing that, I can't let you give up on your partners. I don't see that blonde girl in red. What happened to her? So what's going on? I'd like you to tell this old lady your story. And we do, and she sees it from our side because she's a reasonable person. You're a helpless boy, aren't you? The boy only said he doesn't know what to do. Don't you think that's a natural response? You were just saying that out of spite. What would you have done if you were in his shoes? Come on, speak up, Korcha. Oh. See, you're just the same. Now apologize to this boy. Yeah, that's right. Listen to your mom. Let you understand, help these kids out. That's a completely different story, Ma. I can't lend them my boat. Don't be such a miser. Just lend them a boat or two. If you're so worried about the boat, just tag along with them. It's that simple, Korcha. You say a boat or two, but that's the only one I have. Besides, I don't know these guys from... Such a blockhead. Fine, I'll borrow the boat. You never stay put, so it's a good time to do your chores. Go take care of Mel while you're at it. You understand? Oh god, you gotta be kidding. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Call me Ma or Macha or whichever you like. I'll be waiting at the docks. Call me when you're ready to leave the village. By the way, Two-Tone, you should go see the shaman. Look like you're lost. She might be able to help you get back on your path. So yeah, Macha just bullied Korcha into letting us borrow the boat because she's awesome. This isn't anything special, but go ahead and keep it. You know what frames are, right? This frame is called Tropical Paradise. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk to you, Korcha. Bite me. Even your little sister's cooler than you are. He fights with a ding-dang boomerang. So we're gonna go talk to the shaman first, who is over here. Welcome to the Dragon Shrine. Oh, they actually updated frickin' Stina a lot too. I'm Stina, a shaman serving village chief and high priestess Diarrhea. When you're boo-doo-doo-doo and you think you're about to blow, diarrhea. Forgive me. Forgive me. I presume that you have come to this shrine seeking assistance. Please don't hesitate to ask Chief Diarrhea for guidance. You have a young yet gentle air. An odd wind swirls about you. I have heard that such wind bearers appear at times, but... And the black wind howls, doesn't it? You speak the truth that you're already dead in this world? I see. So that's why you have an odd air about you. As for a way to return to your original world, I do not know, but there are always reasons why such phenomena occur. Land of Genesis. Your only key may lie there. The key that connects your world to this one. It is, shall we say, a dimensional distortion of sorts. Well, thanks. One must choose one's own path, but as long as one is human, one will sometimes become lost. I pray that your journey will be blessed by the guidance of the 6 great dragon gods. Oh, trust me, it will be. El Nido has long been called the land where the dragons sleep. There are islands named after dragons and numerous Dragonian ruins and artifacts. You may have encountered some of these already. Most famous are the islands of the Sky Dragon, the Earth Dragon, and the Water Dragon, and the ancient ruined Fort Dragonia that lies to the east. Of the many Dragonian ruins, Fort Dragonia is one of the few that is still fully functional. Key to activate the ruin is the Dragon Tear. It was given to our ancestors by the extinct Dragonians as a symbol of our friendship. It has been passed down through successive shamans, but it was stolen and taken away from Guldov by an unknown interloper. Their intent is unknown, but if they plan to activate the ancient ruin, a great disaster shall come about. Of course. Our people have been searching for it, but we have found no trace of it. Alright. Good enough, ladies. Thank you for the info. So, we're going to go jump our boat, and we're going to head over to Termina. Oh, you got bones, don't you? Am I right? Am I wrong? Yes. I received this bone from a trader, and I would like you to set it adrift in the seas. I'm sure its real owner would like to have it returned to nature. Remember our buddy Skelly? Pelvic bone. Yeah, you need guts to get through life. Hey, that's right. My favorite dish is Termina's famous squid gut pasta. So that's one bone part that we got for Skelly now. Oh, I didn't mean to hit not yet. Let's get out of here. Matcha, dang it, dude. There we go. Ready. So we're about to head to Termina and get the best character in the game, other than Surge, and my favorite character in the game. And yes, I was like everyone else when we first saw the pictures of characters who were going to be in Chrono Cross and saw him. I definitely thought what everyone else was thinking about him when I first played. Obviously, it's not. He's just named after him. Canonically, he's named after him. We'll talk about that in a second. By whose permission are you docking that boat there? Get that thing out of here right now. You got a problem with that? You don't see any other boats need to dock, do you? That's not the point. What I'm trying to say is, cut the jive talk. Yes, ma'am. I love Matcha, dude. She's so cool. Do what you need to do. Well, what I need to do is go talk to my buddy Glenn. The only way that you can get Glenn is, one, you have to give him the bellflower for free. You have to make sure you get the bellflower. Number two, give it to him for free. Number three, you have to choose not to rescue Kid, or else you miss him forever. So a lot of people probably missed him the first time because they were like, I'm gonna save Kid, I wouldn't be a bad person and say no. Including me. The general and his men are headed to Fort Dragonia. There has been word that the major power of the East, Poor, is up to something suspicious. That, by the way, kind of clues you into where El Nido is on the map, as compared to Chrono Trigger, because if the major power of the East is Poor, that means that it's in between Chorus and Xenon, you know. They seem to have heard rumors of the Frozen Flame between being in El Nido and are coming to investigate. And that means the Poor Army might invade this town any time now. I wonder if we'll be alright. Yes, that is why we're moving to the fort for a while. That fort is far from town, so it is not used normally, but it has good defenses. I was ordered to remain at the Manor and protect Miss Riddle, but she felt very uneasy about the way General Viper was acting before he left, so... What are you going to do? Aren't you going to get yourself in trouble if you leave the Manor? Yes. Still, I cannot stop thinking about it, so I'm planning to infiltrate the fort by boat. Sure about that? If worse comes to worse, you might be discharged from the Acacia Dragoons. Yes, I will act in accordance with my faith even if I have to break military regulations. I must go. Ma'am, I will come back to buy flowers from you when I return. Take care. What? We should be at the point now where we can buy heal-alls, by the way. This should be where we are now. Hi, Lena. Long time no see. How are you? I forgot they were friends. Since when did you have a boyfriend? It's not fair to keep me out of the loop. It's nothing like that. He's my cousin. Ouch. Isn't that right, Two-Tone? No! Oh, so she's your girlfriend? Well, if you still want to go on a date, that's cool with me. Oh, Lisa, stop that nonsense. It was for, I forget, this is for you. Mom told me to say hi. Come on for me. Anyway, how can I help you? You don't expect any special deals just because we're friends. Shut up, Lisa. There we go. Heal-alls. I mean, there's other stuff in here, too. Cure Pluses, Aqua Balls, Bush Basher. We definitely want those. Upheaval. Hell yeah. These are like the next level of stuff. So, but really what we wanted to come here for is heal-alls. For sure. I guess we'll buy a couple of antidotes, too. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Dumbass Tony. Okay, so I just went downstairs and had a restroom break and grabbed a snack, and I came back up here and I noticed on my dad joke calendar that we just passed midnight and it was still on the 8th, so I ripped it off and I threw it away. And so now it's on the 9th of April. Keep in mind, this is April. Looking for a hot date? Pick any day in August. They don't get much hotter than that. Doesn't that seem like a joke that should have been part of August's jokes, not April's? Especially considering tomorrow we're supposed to get snow here in the Midwest. Because life sucks. I just couldn't... Well. Anyway. Alright, so we just got a butt ton of heal-alls. We're not gonna stock them up yet, because we gotta go get Glenn, and then we can. So now we can go on kind of a mini recruitment drive. Actually, not yet, now that I think about it. We're just gonna get Glenn right now. What are you gonna do now? I don't know what happened 10 years ago or what's going on now, but don't you want to get things straight? You want to just go live somewhere in peace and quiet? We're straightening things out. Attaboy, I knew you wouldn't give up. Life is a journey to find yourself. That's how everyone grows up. So where do we go to find out what's going on? What? So you say we need to go after Lynx and General Viper to Fort Dragonia? There's something... Like, again, you guys know I'm a nostalgia junkie, but this isn't what that's about. This is more about just, like, style. There's something about when you have a silent protagonist and the characters around them saying what you said, right? Basically saying what your character is saying. There's something about that that just feels like home, right? There's something about the silent protagonist that just, like, I love. But regardless of that, Fort Dragonia is a ruin of the extinct Dragonians. People say they conducted strange ceremonies, and most folks from Guldov won't go near the place. Gotta wonder what they're up to with the dragon tier there. Gives me the chills. Also, you gotta go through Mount Pyre to get to that fort. You're gonna need a boat to get there by... or you're gonna need to get there by boat. I know, you can borrow this boat. Just a little farewell gift from me. Don't worry, that brat son of mine's not gonna use it for anything good anyway. Yeah, and she gave the boat away. Because she's cool. I need to borrow a boat. What's up? Just a tad too late. I just lent this boat to someone else. Ask this boy here. Need to borrow a boat. I'm trying to get to Fort Dragonia. Wow, what a coincidence. These kids have some business there too. You are the young man that gave us the bellflower. Thank you again. Miss Riddle greatly appreciated your kindness. You two already know each other? What great timing. On the road you need a companion. In life you need kindness. Join in with them on their trip to the fort. So what'll it be? Let's go! Before heading to the fort, we will get on the boat, first head north and east. You should find a small island there. A retired Master Knight of the Dragoons named Radius lives there now. Me and my big brother were young. He used to look after us quite often. We should go ask for his advice before going any further. There are many frightful rumors about that fort. Who knows what to expect there. Joined. Oh, that's right. Norris is enlisted. I was sitting here like, doesn't Glenn say he enlisted into your party? No, that's Norris. My next favorite character in the game, by the way. So, confirm. Get out of here, Lena. We got a bro now. Bam! Yes, I put him in front. He's my favorite character. Come on, man. Let's go, Matcha. Alright. Then I'll be heading home. That mischievous son of mine's probably starving. Be careful out there. If you ever need something, stop by Guldov again. I like how she just swims from here to freaking Guldov, dude. She's a beast. The shark comes up. She just grabs it by the jaws. What do you think you're doing? Throws it. Alright, so I believe he comes with a steel sword, right? No, copper sword. Okay, so we need to, if I have any iron, I think I can actually disassemble something. Him having an iron sword is a pretty good idea. But, for now, let's element up, because we have a green innate now. Alright, Bushwhacker. Bushbasher. Whoop. Arrow Saucer. Bang. Eagle Eye's pointless. Heal Alls. This is where it comes into handy, right? So we just put them all, every slot that we know we're probably not going to use, we just put Heal Alls there, right? Because then we have access to them at every level. It does generally, yeah, we'll take one off there and we'll have Upheaval and Bushbasher. So basically what Glenn is going to be doing is physically attacking and doing dash and gash for the most part. And he and Two-Tone are going to be doing X-Drake a lot. So that's a red element. He's got a green element. He's got other green elements, healing, and then one yellow element. Glenn is not about casting spells, dude. This dude is about wrecking your face. Let's see. Yeah, Eagle Eye's all the way up here, which just increases your accuracy, which is helpful, but you don't need it. So, he doesn't have to be, like, Glenn doesn't have to have dynamic, spells equipped on him. And we can replace all of these heals with Heal Alls, because it's way better. And then we kind of drop Fireball for Heal All -3. And Heal +1, we have Heal All -1. Or we could bring Meteorite to +1 and then put a Heal All at the top. There we go. No heal. Heal All. This basically puts the run in bubble wrap, right? Like, straight up. Any element level that you're at with any character, pretty much, you're going to be able to heal all, which is really nice. Now, Dragoon's Honor. You get a Dragoon Gauntlet. Silver Loop is nice. Magic Ring is pretty much pointless for you, so have an Ivory Helmet. Copper Mail you already have. Copper Sword. Magic Ring should go probably on... Yeah, there we go. We have another Copper Mail. Now, Guile for now is going to be on the party, but he's probably going to switch off. Like, I typically end up, when we get Kid back, I typically end up doing Glenn Surge Kid as my team. But regardless, we gotta go talk to a fortune teller real quick and tell her that we kicked her butt. Guile wins. Fatality. Bang. Greco, did you find the item? See for yourself, ma'am. Here's proof of my intrusion into Viper Manor. I ask that you give me my reward as promised at the conclusion of our bet. It is my loss this time. Here's the word I promised. Take it away. Copper rod. So we don't even have to make one for him because we just get one for winning the bet, which is super nice. But now let's go get Greco. I'm pretty sure we can get him on the team now. The frickin' floating islands are, dude. Flow with the river and rest in peace. When thou returns to this world once again, may thou greet thy father and mother with a blessed smile. Please say your last farewells. My wish was to drink when you were grown up. I'll have one for you, buddy. And I'll be cut adrift. Your son's spirit shall ascend to heaven with your warm blessings. Everything that has form must eventually fade away. Although that may be nature's way, I feel my heart being torn apart at times like these. Why must we face death, and who is the one that decides when we die? Gets, I have not yet seen the light, amigo. Greco's cool, too. Dear passing stranger, if you have a moment to spare, please give this wandering soul a small prayer to guide him on his path. So here's the thing, and this is a complaint a lot of people have about Chrono Cross, is there's so many characters, and so many of them join you on a whim, right? And, I mean, that's true of this game, but it's also true of other games. Like, think about, you know, even a couple of Suikoden games, and Suikoden has 108 characters, you know, in every game. They tend to join you on a whim, unless they do really good at, you know, characters that join you for very, very good reasons. Like Suikoden 2 did it well, Suikoden 3 really did it well, Suikoden 5 did it the best, I think. But like, you know, 1 and 4, it's like, they're just like, hey, what are you doing? Cool, I'm going with you. And it's like, how am I going to be invested in this? And in you as a character. And some of those characters in this game are like that, but not all of them. What nerve have they to call me an imposter, especially after they dragged me all the way out to the valley? Someone must have been playing a prank. Don't concern yourself about it. Yeah, I went and got the skull. Are you really a human who does not exist in this world? We're now drifting between the boundaries of life and death. See, it makes sense for Greco because he was just asking questions about death. And he's got a history. And now he's finding someone who's not alive. Too young to be taken into the arms of darkness. Although it is in my best interest to aid you, my duty is to watch over the spirits here. It's alright, Greco. I'll be here to keep things in order. Romana, you are still too young to take on such a task. Spirits are always looking for a chance to draw the living into the darkness. Ah! But my brother Getz was able to save you from being drawn into the dark. He gave his life to help you. I am the sister of Getz. A small thing now and then won't get me down. This time you must save this one from the darkness. I think Getz desires that also. Word. I believe that the only way to make up for my mistakes to Getz was to live in hiding for the rest of my life. I realize now that I was only trying to escape from my responsibilities. May I assist you in escaping the darkness, amigo? Please. Greco tags into your party. Because he's a wrestler. Please call me whenever you wish for my help, amigo. So a lot of these characters I get just to get them for later runs of the game to eventually get like the entirety of every character recruited, which takes a few playthroughs. Not that I plan on like using every single one of them, but for completion's sake. Let's talk to the Viper Churro guy. Oh, I guess I did a wrong. Let's change him. Let's make it 50 and see what he says. There we go. Now we probably nailed it. Also, Glenn's house. This is where he lives. Mr. Glenn, can you help me? These two just won't stop fighting. Mr. Glenn, when you used to live here, you didn't fight, did you? Please tell them to stop. There's no such thing as brothers that do not fight with one another. Even we fought sometimes, but when Dario realized that he was at fault, he would always apologize to me later. You can fight, but you must learn something from it. So, what are you fighting about? Listen up. Big Brother says that he's gonna make Marina his bride. Huh? His bride? I'm gonna marry Marina. Me too. I want to start a happy family with Marina. Whoa, you two are mature for your ages. You ask Marina how she feels about it? How do you feel, Marina? Well, I like you both. Maria, these two are serious. It's best if you tell them how you truly feel. What I really like is John, who's training outside to become a hero. John already has a girlfriend, Annie, so... Oh my god! No, you gotta be kidding. Might be a bit hard to take, but I guess it can't be helped. And I guess it's better than her liking one of you more than the other. Huh? No, never mind. Even if you do not marry one of them, try to get along with them, alright? Yes, I'll do my best. Viper Cup, Tournament of Swords, Youth Division, runner-up, Sir Glenn. This brings back some memories. It's like Dario took the championship after all. Oh, they still didn't give young Riddle a frickin' profile picture? They should have done that. I almost had you there, though. Won't be the same next year, Dario. Next time I'll take the trophy. Good luck, Karsh. What caught me by surprise this time was Glenn. Since when did he improve his skills so much? Gotta watch out for him next time, ain't I right, Glenn? Glenn, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. But wow, both Dario and Karsh are great. Compared to that, I've still got a long way to go to win. Weird kid. Don't worry, he'll be celebrating with the winner's trophy in no time. Oh, maybe not while I'm still around, though. What's with this big mouth of yours? Glenn, pay him no heed. Don't hold back. Come on, Lady Riddle is always on the brother's side. Will you come be on my side once in a while? Not true, I'm always cheering for the three of you. As long as you're all safe, I'm content. As long as it is peaceful, we can all talk together like this. I wish that it would always be this way. This is my deepest wish. Oops, now is not the time to get sentimental. Right. This is great, by the way. I'm gonna be in the Acacia Dragoons, Glenn. And, of course, hiding behind that one. My lovely Miss Riddle. He got a little crush on her. That's cute. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. We found your weird picture, Glenn. We gotta leave now. Do I have a way to... Do I have a way to make an iron sword at the moment? I'm pretty sure I do. I don't have iron. Can I disassemble? I'm pretty sure I can, actually. There's something that gives me iron. Maybe in accessories. Oh yeah, that gives me a shiny leaf. That's good to hang on to. Dragoon Gauntlet. Yeah, we're not disassembling that. I think we go, when we go and fight the dwarves, we get some iron, so we can hold off until then. So, yeah. Amazing material called Rainbow that can be smithed into very fine items. I know where one is, but that chick won't let me take it off her dang shelf. We were young, we went out to search for it ourselves, but never found it. We stopped searching when Karsh was born. Children are far more valuable than a treasure, you know. That man hasn't been shut down yet. Who knows when he might yell out that he's going back on this search. Alright. So, let's get our butts to Radius's house. I don't believe there's anything else we want to do here. We got our heal-alls. Nothing to do in the bar at the moment. We can probably go into the Shadow Forest too, a little ways now, and go and get, can we get The mushroom thing done? I don't remember. Don't remember, but we got everywhere we can go at the moment. Lots and lots of places. But we're going to Hermit's Hideaway first. What on earth happened? Could Lynx have done this? That's correct. Maybe not. The correct answer is I did this under Monsieur Lynx orders. Salute, Teuton. Did you miss moi? Harl, what have you done with Radius? Oh la la, Glenn, you're all fired up. But do you want to know why I burns this place to the ground? Tell me. First of all, to teach you all a lesson. And second of all, to get rid of that geezer who lives here. He's an ally of the Acacia Dragoons, and I hear he's quite skilled. I was disappointed to see that the geezer isn't here. I wonder where he went. And one more thing, Teuton. Monsieur Lynx gave Juan another order. That is to slow down your pursuit. You gonna get wrecked. Because now, we got Glenn. Easy mode? And we can frickin' X-strike you now. Take all the time you wish. Oh, they actually made his hair color like what it should be. He's looking a little thinner than he used to, though. That's kind of weird. Alright, I'm not doing this to you because we're going to get level 3 with 210. We're going to X-strike the crap out of you. Let's go. Bam. It does take up 2 characters' turns and makes them both run out of stamina, but it is so strong that it doesn't really matter. And Guile is just here for now until we get Kid back. So yeah, this fight pretty much only takes 2 rounds. Like, most of them are going to be like that now. You know, the game is not hard. As I've said before, you play this game for the story, man. And for the cool stuff. It's not a hard game. Like, let's be real. And we'll Bush Basher her because it's green and 8. Oh, psh. And it's over. It seriously is not hard at all. The first place it starts to get not even really hard, just annoying, is Fort Dragonia, and even then it's not that hard. Not that bad, I should say. See you, Harl. Please dream of me every night. Yes, you are safe. Is you, Glenn? It's been a while. You seem well. Glad you are all right. Yes. Mr. Earl had informed me that Lynx and the General were heading to Fort Dragonia. Played it safe and went into hiding for a while. It looks like Lynx did pay me a visit. I'm sure the General has no idea what happened here. Lynx is the one behind all this. That is why I made sure to build a sturdy stronghold underground. I believe it should still be intact. Lynx must be plotting something. By the way, Glenn, who are these people? Oh, they're... Oh, no sense standing out here. Please come in. Will do. I see. I once wielded a sword as a proud member of the Acacia Dragoons. Glenn's father, Garai, the blacksmith Zappa, and I used to tear up the battlefield. That was a good 15 years ago. When Garai lost his life on the Central Continent, I vowed to become his son's guardian. I officially retired 4 years ago, after Dario received his father's sword, the Iron Lancer. I've been here ever since, living a carefree life away from the rest of the world. However, Dario is no longer with us. Life is so unpredictable. Then that Lynx approached General Viper. He spoke of the legendary treasure, the Frozen Flame, which is able to heal all illnesses and fulfill any dreams. I do not know what this plan Lynx is plotting, but I believe General Viper intends to overthrow the nation of Poor with the power of this legendary jewel. Ready to hear a throwback to Chrono Trigger? Poor is a nation governed by militarism. It has brought suffering to many people on the central continent of Xenon. Perhaps the General envisions a bright and peaceful world, much like Guardia was at one time. That gives me chills when he talks about Guardia. Or is he planning to find the answer as to why we have continued to hurt and kill each other since antiquity? In any case, I no longer wish to involve myself in any conflicts. Besides, there is no way I would want to face General Viper in battle. Young one, should you plan to engage in battle with Lynx, beware, he is a fearsome man. I suggest you rest here for the night and leave in the morning. There are many cursed spirits wandering around the seas here. Rumor has it they attack ships and suck the souls out of humans. And that basically tells you exactly what we're doing next. See you, Radius. Enjoy yourself, sir. In your weird burnout tree. Ground here is hot. Vegetation won't be able to grow here. Need to know that for later. We don't need to know it, but it's nice to know. Alright. I am pretty sure that we can go. Maybe. I don't know, actually. I'm pretty sure that we can go and recruit Lucia now. I think. Do not quote me on it. I could swear you walk between those mountains. I don't know if we can get in the front gates. I doubt it. Bust it up. Let's go, Glenn. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just dash and gash him because it's green. Yeah, he looks a little thinner than he used to. That's right. It's not that noticeable, but I remember him being just a little bit, like, more muscular. Ow, dude, that hurt. Alright, 3 signature techs in a row. He's probably just low on health now. He probably isn't dead. Oh, he is dead. Ah, magic ring, dude. Word. See, and you'll pretty much always get healed to full because of those heal alls too, after a battle. If you even have 1 level of elements. Yeah, I think we can get Lucia now. I also think we can go up to the roof and get a chest that's up there. Could be wrong about that one too. Hey, what's up, Norris? Good job, buddy. She might be on the roof terrace. More importantly, can you let me out of here? Sure, buddy. I wasn't snooping around or anything, really. Yeah, sure. See you, dude. And look, Pip's cage is turned over and he's gone. Give me. Come on now. There we go, silver earring. That's one of the things that gives you, like, temporary HP or something, right? Am I right? Increases the amount of HP you have during battle. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so yeah, we can definitely go recruit Lucia. We go to the terrace, we talk to her there, and then we come back down and talk to her in her lab. And we can go and look at Balthazar's secret lair. Yeah, it's really weird having Glenn on the team and not naming him Two-Tone or Tony right now through this playthrough, because I have in every playthrough ever. But that's okay. Here we go. That's why I'm so, like, why I'm mentioning that is because this is a throwback to the Keeper's Dome. Because check it. It's a one-seater epoch. And this is supposed to be a new. Do you know how I know that? Because he gives you something, first of all. Second of all, he asks if you want to change your name. No, I don't. What is this? Some kind of transport? Friggin' awesome, dude. It's surreal, like walking around on top of the epoch, like an epoch. This is the Neo epoch, but you know, just the idea of getting to do this is super cool. Always has been, and it's only room for one person. Like that tells you exactly how Balthazar got here. It's just neat, dude. All right, up to the rooftop. Click, click, click. We can also go into Riddle's bedroom now, I think. I don't think it's locked anymore. Yeah. I don't think there's anything getting here, though. Just talk to Riddle. Oh my goodness. Kid risked her life to shield me. My father and his men have left for Fort Dragonia. I do not know exactly where he is, though. There's not a single thing I can do except pray for their safety. Doot. Yeah. Hey, birdie. Oh yeah, you're not a bird. I forgot. You're a weird friggin' octopus thing. Called it a bird, though. That's what I'm going with. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You can also go in here, but there's no reason to at this point. Because we don't have General Viper with us. And we also don't have Karsh with us. Read it. Fear the one with the missing shield. Repress the anger of thy god. The moment you see truth from within the light, God's anger will calm. Alright. Lucia. What up? Yeah, we can't get the Life Sparkle this game to get Neofio because that's in the other world. And I believe you can only get Neofio in the other path where you try to save Kid. Behave just like a human. However, this Neofio is like no other. Powerful type with the ability to use elements. I who improved it. And is able to train it if it blossoms. But Life Sparkle is necessary for that. Pinpointing the whereabouts of Life Sparkle in a marsh east of Arnie Village. Some of our dragon is to retrieve it. However, none have returned. It's a shame, but I can not allow any more loss of life. Suggest you stay away from that marsh if you wish to live. I could be wrong. I think you could potentially go and get it in this path. I'm trying to remember. It's hard to keep track of. Sight scope. Now we can go downstairs to her lab where she has returned, and she will actually join us. you see the flaps on Guile's sleeves go up when you were going down? That was actually pretty cool. I wonder if that happened in the original. I don't remember. Lucia, I'm home. Oh, Pip, I really do not have anything to research. I guess the time is right. I'm sure I can find some interesting research material if I tag along with you. I will join you. Lucia assimilated into your party. Word. So now we have Lucia. She's another Blackenate. Not quite as good as Guile, but she is good as a mage. So now that we have done that, we can get the hell out of here. And I guess we'll clean up Shadow Forest real quick. Do some stuff over there. That is so nice how fast the saving is. I know I keep saying it, but wow. Yeah, these bulbs tend to like jump on you if you can't dodge them. Here is a place that I do like to try and dodge enemies a lot, just because they're annoying to fight. But I've also got Glenn now, so I fear nothing. Even when it's green and 8 versus green and 8, because he's dead. Once he gets a steel sword, it's on. Or iron sword. I'm sorry, I keep saying steel. Or a saucer. I don't think there's a chest this way. I think this is just a fight. Yeah. No. Ah, well. Fuck it. Bang. Upheaval. It's Lavos. Damn it. Seeds. Okay, yeah. This doesn't lead to anything. Boom, 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 boom. That guy we can't do anything with just yet. You're gonna jump on me as soon as I go for that chest. I already know. I'm gonna attempt to juke you, but it's not gonna work because you track us. Yep. As soon as you notice we're there. Dodge it. Damn it, Glenn. Yeah, so Glenn is, as I was saying before we recruited him, when, you know, the pictures and stuff came out on the internet of what we could expect from Chrono Cross, and Glenn was revealed, I was on board with everybody else. Like, wait, are they putting Human Frog in the frickin' game? Because that looks like him, and it would make sense if he looked like that, not with the long green hair, if they, like, pulled him from history before he got changed into a frog, or something like that. My mind was going crazy. And then, turns out, no, he's a brand new character. He's named Glenn. This is canonical, by the way. He is named Glenn after a legendary hero. That's all you know about it, is like, that's why Gurai named him Glenn, is named after a legendary hero, which is obviously Frog, which is cool as shit. So, just the fact that Glenn is his namesake is cool enough for me, and he's kind of a badass anyway. So, yeah. So this thing is asleep, and it only wakes up if we give it something to eat. And this is where we get that thing for. And we get a bone here. Read it. In order to wake up the monster blocking the path, use an aroma pouch and check all the plant life. Some of the plants will be attracted to the aroma. There are monsters in the forest that eat the pollen given off by these plants. Use the pollen to lure those monsters to the monster blocking the path. Once you wake it up, all you have to do is defeat it. But in my case, it defeated me. Leave this helpful note for anyone who wishes to get through. Among the pile of bones is one bone different from the rest. Get up. Angry Scapula. That's right, I was always pissed off about something. I love Skelly, dude. He's so funny. I think I was angry at myself for having no talent. Everyone would just laugh at me or mock me. I hated myself. I'm sure you ain't interested. Let's just get going. Aroma pouch. So the easiest thing to do is to go right around here. I think this is the correct color berry, right? You get this to follow you. Then you go down here and you get this guy to follow the berry. Don't let him eat it. Really? It's not your color? Or you just didn't see it? You saw it and you ate it, you bastard. So what you want to do is kind of loop it so that he can get close to it, but he doesn't eat it, because you need to lure him in front of that plant thing. And it runs behind you like a fourth character, so it's annoying. I don't think you have to talk to this thing. I think he just has to see the berry, and then he'll start going for it. Oh. Come on. Do not eat it. Okay, he's following me. Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. I got a berry for you. There we go. Ha! Sorry, buddy. That's a shame. Beat this thing to get through. Quad feed. Bushwhacker. I'm just gonna run Glenn's stamina out because I'm gonna build two-tone up to use X-Strike. We're just gonna go whap. Bam. Done. In 2 freaking characters' turns. And this gives us a freaking boss star, too, if I'm not mistaken. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Just an enemy. Okay, and that makes it so we can move on and check out some more stuff. So this is the path we would have had to go to get Nikki instead of Guile if we did that, but Nikki's not worth getting. Despite the fact that he's a guitar playing, jamming fool, and he's cool, he's bad. Also, I'm gonna upheaval the one with full HP just to kill it, and just let Two-Tone kill the other one. See ya. Oh, I'll just stand here. I'll just stand here and get wrecked by bulbs. Oh wow, there was some big time lag there. Dead. So yeah, some people would avoid using Glenn just because he's so good. I don't care. He's too cool to not use. Sorry. Plus, for more than half the game, you can't use him when you get him. Like, for more than half the game, you do not have access to Glenn. So, we only get to use him for a little while here. Oh, shit. I forgot I have to fight the ghost first. Whoops. Oh, we'll fight some crickets instead. You know, I really do hope that... Like, they gave me the time shifter at the beginning of the game. I really do hope that that means that the Bend of Time backdoor is going to be unlocked in the first playthrough, because that means I can get the Mystic Knights as doppelgangers in this playthrough, which might equal me using Sprig. Scratch that. That's not a might. That's a pretty much a guarantee. If I can do that, Sprig's going to be on my team, probably. And when I say Sprig, I mean Flee and Slash. Alright, let's get this ghost. Let's get this ghost. We're gonna have to fight a lot of you pretty soon. I'm gonna let Two-Tone fight you because you're black and 8. And he's probably gonna kill you one round here. Maybe not, actually. Something tells me they survive with a little bit of HP left. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There we go. Yeah, because you fight a bunch of ghosts coming up, and you would think that Two-Tone would be able to take them out in one go. But not the case. Plug it up. Yeah, and this is how you stop the bugs, so that you can walk up this waterfall. And this leads us to the alternate path into Viper Manor. Which, we're just clearing this out because we can. I hate you. These guys are annoying because there's a bunch of them. Missed me. Yeah, Dash and Gash is cool, but it ain't no Sonic Sword. And it definitely ain't no Dive and Drive, dude. Glenn has some badass techs. Oh shit, I messed up. Damn it. Trying to recall how to get up to that chest with the bug sitting on it. Yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of dashing gashing going on. I think I liked what his face construction looked like in the original more. Because he at least looked like a fighter. This looks like a little kid. Like, to an extent. Yeah, I don't remember how to get to that chest. I wonder why. It's not just up the waterfall. Yeah, no. I don't remember how to get there. I don't think you can. I think that bug is just like, this is mine. Shan't have it. Alright, that's cool, because this comes out of the well in Viper Manor. Which means we have a quick shortcut out of the forest now. So we went ahead and cleared that for the fun of it. We could go and clear... You know, we can go and clear some parts of the swamp. Which wouldn't hurt. Well, I'm just trying to get stuff done before we go and take care of the ghost ship. That way we aren't jumping straight into it. So I'm gonna go down and just hit up the swamp here. If I remember correctly, we can at least fight a wingipede, right? Maybe not. Hydras died off, this woodland became covered with thick fog, and the waters became polluted and acidic, but the real cause was us humans killing off the flora and fauna. I just hope we don't come to regret the destruction we caused. Yeah, we're gonna be poisoned immediately. Actually, don't get poisoned immediately, but... we just take damage as we walk through. Yeah, this stuff doesn't... This place doesn't give us much good stuff, because we could have come here since the beginning of the game. We just didn't. This leads to a dead end, if I remember correctly, because we don't have the green tinker to make that thing come down. Yeah, let's go ahead and heal, because, nope, we're good. We're not bad. We're not bad at all. We'll fight the snob goblin real quick. Or is it a snib goblin? I forget what the short ones are. Snob? Snob. Okay. And he is a green innate, so Glenn is doing a little less damage, but he also has upheaval, so it shouldn't be a big deal. That's a lot of the reason why I put yellow elements on Glenn, is because when he can't do damage with his physical attacks, he'll at least have something else. See ya. Bushwhacker. Yeah, if we go up here and try and do this, it's gonna smack us. Because we don't have a green tinker to manipulate it. Plants have mutated. Alright, let's go back the other way. I don't actually think we fight the wingipede yet, do we? I think we fight the Biba. I think we see the wingipede fly, but we don't get to fight it, right? No, I think we would have seen it by now, actually. Oh, we don't fight the Biba yet, either. I think the only thing we get from this is the anti-poison gear, or anti-toxin gear, or whatever it is. Electro-jolt. Yeah, because you can definitely explore this place way sooner. You gotta be crazy walking around the forest without protective gear. Have an extra set with me. Take them. This way you'll be able to walk through the marsh without getting hurt. Thank you. Yeah, I think when we walk into the middle there, we fall and knock out the thing, don't we? No, not yet. That's in the other world. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's nothing else to do here. We literally just got the protective gear. So, get the hell out of here. So now when we walk through the poison water, we will not take damage because we have the protective gear. The way the swamp looks is cool though, with all the red and green and nastiness. It's pretty neat. Hello, ghost. Oh yeah, there's no chest over here. You're gonna block my way out, aren't you? Nope, you're good. Alrighty. I guess we'll pop in here too, because it's just to put it on the map. These waterfalls are a place you can go, if you didn't know. Years ago, these falls were considered a holy place by the worshippers of the divine dragon faith. Then hordes of humans began to migrate to these islands, and we were pushed into the outlying regions. In The cultural takeover that ensued, the spiritual significance of places such as this was soon forgotten. In the old days, many of my friends and fellow believers would come here to worship. It was quite lively, particularly during the festival seasons. How I miss those days. Yeah, sorry, it's all our fault. We're dirty, nasty humans. I'll let you in. Yeah. This place is cool, though. Just the environments, man, in Chrono Cross are so neat. And unique, too. Like, the style of, like, map and art that they use, like, in commingling is really neat. So, let's crack on. We can stop in a couple other places, but there's not much we can do in those places. Like Sky Dragon Isle and Earth Dragon Isle and stuff. We can get a few things, but they're not really worth going there right this second. That big patch of fog is the next place we actually have to go. And we can't enter the Bend of Time in this world, because this isn't the one that it's in. It's in the other world. As you can see, as Balthazar exclaimed. You know, now we can see we're in another world. I do like that when you pause in this game, it does the same colors that the time freeze was in Chrono Trigger. That was a nice touch. El Nido Triangle we can go to as well, but there's nothing here. It's literally just nothing yet. A little later there'll be something. We can't at all get into Gaia's Navel yet. And then this here is Water Dragon Isle, but it's desolate in this world. Which is fine, because we can still go through it real quick. And at least find another Skelly Bone. Hard to believe, but according to the fairies here, the legendary dragon god really exists. That thick wall of ice blocking the entrance to the underground cavern proves it. El Nido sure is full of mysteries. Damn straight. El Nido is just a cool place, dude. Like, as far as enigmatic, like, archipelago style things, El Nido's awesome, man. All the islands are just interesting as shit in their own way, you know? We're gonna fight this scorpion. Especially because you get to travel those islands in 2 different dimensions and see how different they are in each one. It's just really neat. God damn it, what happened to you, Squaresoft? Alright, I won't go on that rant. You know, Squaresoft is still okay. At least they don't hate their fans, or it doesn't seem like they hate their fans, I guess. You know, like other freaking companies I could talk about, you know, Konami. We can't get a freaking Suikoden 6, but we sure as fuck can get pachinko machines. And NFTs. Ugh. Anyway. But yeah, you know, Squaresoft, as far as the pixel remaster stuff, I didn't get that. I should purchase it just to support the fact that they're supporting old Final Fantasies, and I think I will. But I really don't have any interest in playing the pixel remasters. Not just because the art style is a little wonky, but I saw some gameplay. Dude, why is the cursor so loud? Like, they overdid the sound, and then the freaking the remixed music. Some of it's good, but the battle music, why did they make the freaking trumpet so abrasive, dude? It's like assaults my ears. Like, seriously, it's like it just, instead of like subtle. The whole thing about the sound, it feels like the game is assaulting your ears with every sound instead of like just being chill. Okay, needlework hurts. I should probably be paying attention to what I'm doing. Well, that's why we got heal alls. Bam. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here ranting about Squaresoft sucking sometimes, and Squaresoft games trying to kick my butt. Emphasis on trying. Let's go. I don't have any red elements either, and these things are blue element. That's why we're kind of not doing much damage to them. And they got a butt ton of HP. Oh, that was a stupid idea. That's okay, because we're going to do that. And then we're going to use 3 levels here. And then we're going to X-Strike it, because that is the one freaking... Oh, wait, I already used Dash and Slash. Shit. I was going to say, that's the one freaking red element that we do have. Is X-Strike. I have an Upheaval. Fine. Why did I do Upheaval? I should have done Bush Basher. Oh well. Should be dead. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get iron here. Yes. Now I'm glad I came here. I remembered there was some reason why you come here besides the bone. But yeah, you definitely want to find Skelly's bone here too. I'll fight the scorpion. Because it's here. Is it 3 of them again? Nope, it's just 1. Well, this time I'm going to save our X-Strike. Had a feeling he'd have a turn before we get to do it. Whap! Shit hurts. Shit sucks, bro. Didn't even kill. Got him. Alright. Bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Hello. Forces of nature astonishing. This place where we're standing was covered with water just a few days ago. Now it's dry due to the unusual weather we've been having lately. It's not a pretty sight. Right. Late, everyone's talking about the existence of dragons. We adventurers have been researching it for a while now, though. I forget which guy gives you the bone here. I don't think you just find it. I think some guy gives it to you. It's that guy. Yep. It's kind of creepy, so I'll give it to you for free. Oh, thanks, Nick. I don't have nothing to do with it now. So see ya. Sturdy ribs. Yeah, I had a pretty good physique. Did I ever tell you I did acrobatics? Hey, that's right, I used to be a clown in the circus. You don't say. We can go talk to some fairies, but there's not much to do up here. Pretty sure it's just Rosetta, it's not Rasley. Yeah, Rasley's a character that you could end up with later if you took the other path. Have you come to this island seeking the dragon god? If so, please turn back now. Due to the abnormal weather conditions, the fountain has run completely dry. This island, once called the Island of Springs, is desolate as you now see. It's all man's fault. Although we can fly, we fairies aren't very strong, so we can't fly too far. It's a different story if we can catch the wind, but the wind is capricious just like we are. Actually, this time it wasn't man's fault. I forgot. In this dimension, it is the fault of, The weather. The mist of the sea is an invitation to the dark, embracing the abyssal darkness where the lost souls gather. Deep. They come seeking the warm and radiant glow of life, a victim to share their sufferings. Be careful, be careful. Fairies singing curses at me. Terrifying. Or iron. I hope you guys weren't going to use that for anything. Fairies are born from the morning dewdrops of an aged tree. The large tree that stands in the center is like our fairy godmother. Well, okie dokie. And you can't get in here because the path is covered in ice there, as you can see. Frozen, completely over. Which is weird, because everything else is dried up, and that's frozen. Yeah, at least the fairies are still okay here. I mean, it's dry, but they're still okay. Things don't go great for them in the other world, which we will see fairly soon. Okay, so we got our iron. That's what's important. And now we will go ahead back to Termina. And I guess since we're here, we'll stop in at Skelly's house real quick. Just because we never did that scene. Granted, we can't do anything yet because we don't have all of his parts. But we can stop in. Who might you be? Grandma, there are travelers passing through. Mama, I'm so sorry. My eyes have become really weak in my old age, and I thought that my grandson had come back. My grandson was such a cute boy. He was really plump and cheerful and loved to make people laugh. That's why the boy joined the circus and became a clown. For the first few years, he wrote letters to me almost daily. He always said how gratifying the work was, although it was very challenging. One day, his letters suddenly stopped coming. I haven't heard from him since. He wasn't in an accident or something. I just pray that I might see his cheerful face once more before the heavens come to claim my soul. Bam! What is this creepy thing? Dot dot dot. Grandma keeps waiting for her grandson to come back. She always tells me stories about him, but we don't know where he is. If you ever meet him on your travels, please tell him Grandma's waiting for him. I believe his name is Skelly. Have a heavy skull! Okay, so we have explored pretty much as far as we can explore without progressing. We can stop in at the Isle of the Damned. I'm pretty sure we can at least do the first part, and I think that gets us Inferno. Is that where we get Inferno? Come on, brain. I think we might get an Inferno element there. But I have to remember. Like, we can't get through, like, into the caves any farther because we don't have Garai's keepsake, but I think we can get a couple of things. Oh, I went to Termina and forgot to frickin' make a steel sword. Or an iron sword, I forgot. Oh, eyeball, okay. I am thinking of the other world's Isle of the Damned. But we can move through this one a little bit. Mixed bones, there we go. Man, I don't know which bone is which. I'll just connect whatever. So, we are currently only looking for one more bone, if I remember correctly, and I'm trying to remember where it was. The last bone. The Sky Dragon Isle? The Earth Dragon Isle? I don't remember. Yeah, we can move through here a little bit, at least until we get to the place where we need Garai's keepsake over there. This is an incorrect way. Incorrect-ish, I should say. It just brings us over to this side. But going like this should take us somewheres. Yeah, this goes to where we need the keepsake. So yeah, the going anywhere else here is basically pointless at this juncture in our journey. I'll fight an airframe though. And is that a deadhead? Yeah, that is actually a boss that we're gonna have to fight soon. So we're seeing it a little early. That's fine. 3. You know, we might be a little out of our league here. Hell Soul, is that gonna hit? Missed. Good. Nice dodge. And then Hellbound. What the hell, dude? Literally, what the double hell? Is that just gonna curse me? Or is it gonna kill me? Cursed. Oh, we're not. Oh, that was the worst that could happen there, 2-tone. Guile's gonna be absolutely useless here. Actually, I'm fairly certain that we can't, like, we shouldn't be fighting this stuff right now. Yeah, I'm gonna peace out. It's gonna take way too long to kill them. We just need to go. Get away from me. Yeah, you don't actually come to the Isle of the Damned until way later. Like to actually go through it. So we are doing much less damage than we should be right now against those guys. So we're just gonna leave them be. We got at least the eyeball and the other thing we found. I'm not sure how I feel about what the Sea of Eden looks like now. That it's just all foggy instead of the cool hurricane over it. I just realized that. Oh, I kind of miss the cool hurricane. Why'd they do that, I wonder? Fixing what's not broken. Yeah, we're humans. I know you hate us. So this is the village of the demi-humans. They hate humans. But G doesn't hate humans. He likes to frickin' sell stuff to you. So yeah, sadly we don't have Magnify that we can buy here, and that's the really good one. Magnify's amazing in this game, but this place isn't really here for us to buy those kind of things. Bro of Kid G's shop, or Bro of G's shop, Kid Bro of G's shop, I should say. Whenever he does pop up, he sells trap elements, and that's the ticket. There's not really much else to do here. See, is having a dream, a deep blue dream. You're right. Hope the Black Dragon will put the humans in their place. Oh yeah, we can go and see him sleeping. This is just a cool scene. This is just a cool place. It's a cave with a freaking sleeping black dragon. Sup, dude? This fight is fun later. For sure. All the dragon fights are fun. And it's where you get some of the best elements. Anyway, there's nothing much to do here at the moment, sadly. Excuse me, sir. We don't want any humans here. Now beat it. I kind of want to take a nap, though, if you don't mind, because they let me do that still. Humans are an ill omen. Dates back 14 years to when I was informed that humans were on their way to Marbule. That day I witnessed the most terrifying storm I have ever seen. Those humans never showed up. I was sure they were swallowed by the storm. However, that same day I heard a rumor that someone had made his way through the pearly gates. Perhaps they did survive that storm. It no longer matters now. The elder who knew about this incident passed away years ago. My point is, humans are bad luck and I'll leave. No, you don't let me sleep here. Fine. By the way, that story he just told gets explained way later. And it's really cool. Alright, so that is basically all we can do at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I get my... I'm a liar. We're going to go to Earth Dragon Isle 2 in a second and just check out what we can get there. It shouldn't be a lot. I think we can get some more iron in this world. I think it's in Homeworld where you can get Denadorite up there. But yeah, I need to make sure that I forge my shit with iron real quick before I forget. Hey buddy, did it work out? It's like this marketing thing is important, just like my brother said. After lowering the price you suggested, they started selling like crazy. Please have some for yourself. Yeah, there we go. Well, now we're at full. That's basically a free in. This world is just cool to hang out in, man. It's fun to run around. Alright, so, number one, iron sword. I need leather. Armor. Need to disassemble. Anything that can give me leather. Oh my goodness. Copper sword. There we go. Right. Iron sword for Glenn. Iron swallow for two-tone. Should I go ahead and get the iron dagger for when we get her back, or... Actually, the thing about it is, Guile is going to be very useless on the ghost ship, so we should probably bring somebody else. Maybe Lena? Is it worth using my last iron on her, though? I mean, I guess I could disassemble the ladle afterwards, right? Yeah, I can just disassemble it later. I mean, Pashol is really good too. No, I'd need leather for her. Let's just bring Lena. I don't think I've brought Lena on the ghost ship before. Let's just do that. Word. Yeah, I know about the rainbow material, Zippa. Come on. We talked about this. Alright. Iron sword. Bang. Iron swallow. Bang. Let's go ahead and remove all your stuff. Remove all. Get out of here and go use the teleporter to bring Lena onto the team, and then we'll check out Earth Dragon Isle and Sky Dragon Isle, at least for a second. There's not much we can get in those places, but we can just go ahead and check them out real quick. Yeah, sorry, Guile. Like I said, you are pretty much totally useless on the ghost ship, if I'm being real with you. I mean, Macho would be fun to bring, too. Pashol's pretty dang good. She's really dang good, actually. Hmm. Yeah, Lena's magic is better. We're gonna bring Lena. I've never brought her. And we already made the pan for her anyway. Bang. Bang. Magic loop. Or magic ring, sorry. Antitoxinal cap and side scope or silver loop. Side scope. There we go. Okay. Let's get your elements set up there, lady. First of all, Aqua Beam, Aqua Ball, Ice Lance, Ice Blast, Cure, because why not? You're gonna want a Photon Beam for where we're going, I think. Nah, you're good. Gravity Blow goes here. Heal alls. Heal all. All. -2s. One here. You know what? That's plenty of heal alls. Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. We're gonna be fighting a lot of Black and 8 stuff in that place. But first we gotta go to Earth Dragon Isle. I don't think there's anything like really that we can get here that's super good. But we can go take care of it real quick. And Sky Dragon Isle is just a pit stop, probably for talking to people, and that's it. Wait, is Earth Dragon Isle one of the places we get bones? I don't remember. I don't think so. Could it be a hoax? Could be. Probably isn't. Big ol' easy underground, some Manor down there below. Bang! See it. I think there's a chest down here, right? Yeah. Brace. Okay. Doesn't really help us. Can't believe people would actually come down here. What are you, just curious or stupid? Sorry, I'm rude, just rude by nature. Don't let it bother you. Okay. Didn't bother me anyway. Yeah, that Fossicker guy walking around, we don't want to fight him. He will wreck us. With, bombs. He's scary, dude. We're gonna jump into the sand boil instead. Get out of here. And then we'll fall back down and go the left path there. I don't think there's a chest over there, but never hurts to check. Hello. You're just gonna talk to me. Find a big opening, but there are monsters everywhere. Word. We actually found another sand boil like the one over there, but it's dead and non-functional. There's also that elevated area which seems to lead to another room. Whee! Scoozy, scoozy. No rock roach in my way in this world. That's later. Capsule? Excuse me, Fossicker. Leave me alone, please. Okay, nothing down there. Yeah, dude, just the big sand waterfalls and I don't know. The environments, I know I keep saying it, but the environments in Chrono Cross are just neat. There's an upheaval. Excuse me, don't walk toward me, please. Thank you. And there's nothing to do down there. So. Like, this kind of reminds me of the Sunken Desert from Chrono Trigger. And it's pretty cool. Okay, so that's it for Dragon Isle. We basically got a brace and an upheaval out of it. Or a couple, a brace, a capsule, and an upheaval. All yellow element stuff. Which makes sense. So Sky Dragon Isle is next, and that's probably going to be it for this episode, to be honest with you. I've been playing for a while. Almost 2 in the morning. Probably about time to start thinking about going to sleep. I gotta work all weekend. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna come home from each of my shifts and continue to play, but does mean I need to get rest. Island is considered holy ground by local residents. It is considered taboo to come near it, but there is no such thing as a taboo for the adventurous spirit. This island is said to be where the Sky Dragon resides, but it seems to have gone away. About 100 years before humans from the continent came here, the Dragonians and demi-humans still existed in great numbers. Yeah, there's nothing to do here yet. But there will be. A couple of things, actually. So, when I was talking to, when I took food down to Jared at the bar earlier, I was talking to him about, like, the graphic style and stuff that the remake has done here. Well, the remaster, I guess you would call it. It's kind of weird, like, it's really hard to do pre-rendered backgrounds like this and update them, I think, because they were bound by the technology they used at the time. And updating them now, you would have to do a complete overhaul, and they obviously didn't have time for that, right? They wanted to release this. And so I kind of get it, in a way, that they aren't, like, the most upscaled graphics you've ever seen. Like, they focused a lot on the character models, and in doing so, the character models super duper pop out compared to the backgrounds instead of how it used to be, right? Like, look, it kind of looks like they're floating against these steps instead of, like, actually being on them like it would have in the old game, the old version of the game. The reason for that is they blended more with the old style of, like, the sprites and the character models. They blended more with the backgrounds than they do now because they're so, like, HD with their character models and so not with their backgrounds that it seems a little bit removed, right? They pop a little bit too much now. But, I mean, it's not awful. I will not say it's awful. It's just noticeable. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not enough for me to be like, oh my god, this is awful. It's a terrible, horrible fucking game. Don't spend $20 on this game. Like, fuck. No, dude. I'm having an amazing time playing this game, and the graphical changes are so subtle that it's, you know, I barely see it. Now, the Sea of Eden being covered by these clouds instead of a big, cool freaking hurricane, that I noticed that a little bit. You know? That's a drastic change. Let's stop in on the Hermitage Island real quick. Well, not Hermitage Island, but, you know, Secret Island. That'll be the last place we have to, like, explore before the next episode. And even though you're seeing these places now, you have no idea what's going to happen there. Unless you played the game, obviously, but brings you to a desolate place like this. It's more or less your fault that we demi-humans are condemned. Okay, I guess I'll peace out then. Thanks for the welcome. Anyway, all of these locations Number one, are beautiful in their own way. Number two, have many things that you can do there throughout the game that we will get to. It may have been, like, content-wise, it may have been, you know, dumb to go about showing all of the islands off right now when I could have, you know, shown them off as we had to go to them, but screw that, man. Playing this game how I always played it, you know? So, now that everything's said and done with that, we will... Actually, I'll just freaking go right back to this island and save there. The Forbidden Island. Because there's one dude there who's a jerk to us. Anyway, we'll just save right here so I know exactly where I'm going next, which will be the ghost ship. And that will be either tomorrow night or the night after. We'll see. But, anyway, guys, thank you, as always, for watching. And, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. More than anything, like, I really appreciate the subscriptions, obviously, and the likes, of course. More than anything, I like the comments, because, as you guys know, I try to read every comment, and even if I don't reply to all of them, I really enjoy reading them. And the ones I do have time to reply to, I love geeking with you guys. Like, we've got a pretty cool group of people that hang out and watch my stuff and chat amongst themselves and with me. And I think it's a nature of these older games and stuff that it obviously attracts like an older audience that's from, you know, the same era I'm from and enjoys the same things I do and have, you know, matured as I have over the years. And we just love these games, man. And despite being giant man children as we are, you know, we're not off the chain vulgar, making stupid comments and stuff. Every comment that I see come up on my channel seems to be very well thought out and, you know, just in the interest of talking about the game and talking about how much it makes them feel good to watch someone else have so much fun playing it. So I really do appreciate that, and it does give me purpose with this channel. So all that being said, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys for episode number 3. We're heading into ghost ship territory. It's gonna be fun. Peace.